Hey everybody. Just wanted to take another look at the Gilmore Red Lion. This is the pretty much a completed airplane. I mean, I say that, and often there are still things to be done. But what I mean is, overall and in general, the airplane is essentially done. So I am working on the propeller. This is going to be built the way I do all of the two blade props, and that's using a hub centerpiece of wood dowel, and then the two prop blades are just made of, in this case, lamination of 16th inch thick sheet ball. So there's three pieces, so 3/16 was the thickness that we went with on the beginning, and then carved them to shape and sanded them to the profile. So this is the second application of filler. There will probably be 3 or 4 applications of filler, and a couple of coats of sand and seal will go on. Right. So the prop hub is just this little, what I have is a piece of evergreen plastic tubing inside of this aluminum tubing, and so we just, once the propeller is done, sanded and painted silver, it'll go on the airplane, and then this will be glued to the axle, to the prop shaft. So still a bit of sanding and shaping to be done here as this dries. Won't be able to sand it just yet. It's still recently applied, so probably another hour. It's a relatively dry, sunny, warm day today, so I should be able to get at least 2 more layers on today of the spackle paste of the filler and sand it off, and then after that a couple coats of sand and seal. We want to wait at least 12 hours for sand and seal to dry. So about this time tomorrow I should be able to paint the prop, get the clear the gloss aluminum paint onto it. Hopefully we'll have a nice smooth prop at that point, and then our airplane will have its propeller. The wing walks still have to go on. So here's an overview, I guess. Let me take a look in here and see. Right, so there are 2 wing walks. There's one on either side. I'll use the black 1000 grit wet dry sandpaper. We'll just make a few paper templates until I get the shape just right, and we'll cut off 2 pieces from the sandpaper sheet, and with white glue we'll attach those to the wings, get them fitted, attach to the wings, and I think that's essentially that'll be it. So here you can see our rigging, and how the landing gear turned out. Pretty good outcome with this project. I'm pretty satisfied with the way it turned out. You can see the motor that was scratch built for this one. I dry brushed after painting it with the black paint that I used, the NATO black. I dry brushed it, and it's like a really extremely dry brush, hardly any silver paint on it at all, and just rub that into the black here, and that gives it a kind of a metallic shine. And again, I don't know how well the camera picks up on that stuff, but the brush I use is this sort of thing. So you can see it's pretty stiff, broad bristle, and like I said, it's dry brushed, and it's just really rubbed in, just over and over again. Just kept rubbing it into the crankcase bell housing there, to get that, to have it not just be black, but to have a kind of a sheen, a metallic black sheen to it. Now that was the idea anyway. I think it worked. Right, so as you see, we have the demarcation lines for the ailerons and the tail surfaces. Those are all in place. The tail is rigged, just a single wire all the way around the tail. The canopy turned out okay. Good clean tape line for that, for the masking lines for the framing. The rigging is good. I just used the black cord that comes with the Gillos kits. I found couple rolls of this that I'd stashed I don't know how long ago. You see, you get quite a bit of this with some of the Gillo kits. I think this came with the Stearman kit most recently. So that's good cord. It doesn't sag over time. It doesn't deteriorate. Some thread that you might use will actually turn to dust. But this stuff tends to last and hold its shape. It doesn't tend to sag over time. Even if on a humid day, this rigging should not sag. No, but if it does, of course, then the next dry day will tighten it all up again. But it doesn't tend to react to that. I think it's a nylon and cotton blend of thread. So if you don't have access to the Gillo's thread, you can just look for a nylon cotton blend, and I think it's probably a 50-50. It's pretty coarse, but it's good stuff. Works well. All right, so I'm going to get back to prepping this for paint, getting this prop ready for its primer and paint. We're going to do everything like we normally do with the aircraft fuselage and body. We're going to a couple more applications of filler, some sanding, a couple applications of the sand and seal, and some more sanding, and then we'll spray it with the primer, the surface primer that I use, and then we'll spray on the silver paint, sanding between each coat of primer and filler and sand and seal. All right, if you have any questions or comments, just post them in the comments section on the channel. Thank you for viewing. Appreciate all of you. 100%. Have a good day, and thanks.